A week later, the three of them went out to dinner. Grace was glowing. David, the wealthy, handsome man everyone in the city seemed to know, had sent her flowers that afternoon. Real flowers, the kind that came in a crystal vase with a handwritten card. She had not stopped smiling since they arrived. "You guys," Grace said, setting her phone down on the table. "He sent me flowers, real flowers, not the gas station kind, like the kind you see in movies. I don't even know what to do with myself right now." Nova laughed. "Oh, honey, David is a billionaire. Those flowers probably cost more than my rent." "Stop it," Grace said, laughing. "I'm serious," Nova grinned. "You should frame them, put them in a museum. Grace's flowers, priceless." Everyone laughed. It sounded real. It felt real. Grace looked at both of them with that same look, the one that said, "You are my world." "Can I just say something?" Grace said softly. "I know I say this a lot, but you two are the reason I believe I deserve any of this. Before you, I didn't think someone like me could ever have this kind of life. A good job, someone who wants to send me flowers, friends who actually care. You gave me all of that, and I need you to know that I see it. I see what you do for me every day." Under the table, where Grace could not see, Nova's hand tightened around her napkin. Her knuckles went white. Lily noticed. She glanced at Nova, and in that glance was something quiet and precise, something almost imperceptible, a small nod. "I see you. We're okay. Stay with me." Nova nodded back, almost invisible, and Grace, smiling and happy and completely unaware, kept talking. Late that night, Nova sat alone in her apartment. She had been crying, the kind of crying that leaves you hollowed out, like someone has reached inside your chest and pulled out everything that makes you feel human. Her phone was pressed to her ear. Lily was on the other end. "Do you ever ask yourself why?" Nova said, her voice raw and broken. "Why is it always her? Every door that opens, it opens for Grace. Every person she walks past, they turn toward her. And I am standing right there, Lily, right next to her. And it is like I am made of glass, like they look right through me." "You exist to me, Nova," Lily said softly on the other end. "Don't ever forget that." Nova pressed her hand over her mouth, trying to hold it together, failing. "Sometimes I look at her and I feel so guilty it makes me sick, because she is kind, Lily. She is one of the..."
The next day, Grace called an emergency meeting. She got to the cafe first, sat at their usual table by the window, and she was perfectly calm. The kind of calm that only comes after a storm has already passed inside you and left everything quiet and still. Nova and Lily walked in together, mid-laugh about something. They saw Grace's face, and the laughter stopped immediately. "Grace?" Nova said, her smile fading. "Hey, what's wrong? You look like you haven't slept." "Sit down," Grace said quietly. "Both of you." Something in her voice made them stop. They sat. Nova looked worried. Lily tilted her head, her face the picture of gentle concern. "I need to ask you something, Lily," Grace said, her voice steady, "and I need you to look me in my eyes when you answer." Lily blinked. "Of course, Grace. Anything. You know you can ask anything." Grace held her gaze, steady, patient. 3 years before we met, did something happen? Something involving you, something to do with me. The room went silent. Nova's eyes moved between them, confused, lost. Lily held Grace's gaze. That soft, trusting smile stayed perfectly in place. 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, slowly, something shifted behind Lily's eyes. The smile didn't disappear. It just changed. It became something else, something Grace had never seen before. "Grace?" Lily said softly. "I genuinely don't know what you're talking about." "I think you do, Lily." Grace reached into her bag, slowly, deliberately. She pulled out her phone and placed it face up on the table. She slid it toward Lily. The screen showed a document, old, official, a complaint filed 3 years ago against Grace Harrison, filed by LCH. Lily looked at it, and for the first time, the very first time, the mask cracked. "Grace?" Nova said, her voice shaking. "What is going on? Someone tell me what is happening right now." Grace didn't look at Nova. Not yet. She kept her eyes on Lily. "Nova," Grace said, quietly. 3 years before we became friends, someone filed a complaint against me at the company that eventually hired me. A complaint that could have destroyed my career before it even began. Someone tried to end me before I had any chance to begin." Nova's face drained of color.